Hello, my name's Lisa and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. If this is your first time here, then thank you so much for choosing to click on this video. And if you are a returning subscriber, then just know that I really do appreciate you. Today's video is going to be an MLM fails video, and although each of the clips we are going to look at all come from one person, this is not an attack on that person. So please do not go to any of their social media channels and comment and bully this person. If you want to leave a comment, then do it in the comment section of this video. Before we continue on to the videos, I would just like to say a huge massive thank you to Anti-mlm TikTok, who shared a few of these clips with me. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Let's see why, in my opinion, these clips are failed.
My hair braided on like little baby hairs. Look at that. Anyway.
The first point is, I don't care what country you live in, you should not be on your phone whilst driving. It doesn't matter whether you're texting, talking, or making a video. When you are driving, you are supposed to be driving the car and paying attention to what's happening on the road in front of you, because it only takes a split second to cause an accident and for people to die.
I got a sleepy girl back here. You know how I know she's sleepy? She's sleepy and hungry because she's been quiet. Are you buckled up?
No.
Madeline Rain, put your seatbelt on.
I can't.
On the back road. Because you're so hungry?
Yeah.
Your child should be strapped in, and it is your responsibility to make sure that is the case before driving off. And as opposed to what you are going to do, which is continue driving, you should pull over and strap your child in for the safety of not only your child but yourself as well. Because if you get into an accident, your child is going to be catapulted into the back of your seat, which is going to be catastrophic for both of you. And the fact that you have said you are on a back road is immaterial, because statistics show that most accidents happen not far from your home. So it doesn't matter what kind of road you are on.
So, I was supposed to be heading straight to the airport right now. Luckily I did this so my hair wasn't as long. But I wanted to get there early, which I don't usually do, and I don't know how long I was into. Damn, she put like way too much in my hair, way too much hairspray. Ugh. She asked to, and I said yes. Anyway, I left my ID at home.
Are you saying that the reason your child is not strapped in is because you left your ID at home? Why have I put this in as a fails video? Well, the simple reason is, if you weren't in an MLM, you would not be recording this kind of content, and therefore, hopefully, your daughter wouldn't be put in danger, because you would be thinking more about the actions of what's happening in your day, as opposed to everything about your day being about multi-level marketing. Right, so let's have a look at video number 2.
Hello everybody. It is Courtney Alexandra Shepherd, live in my kitchen. Now it's 10:28. I don't really have that much time to go live with you, but I picked up a couple of books. So I was going to give you guys some things that I read in there, shaking up some of our drinks. Caden absolutely loves ketones. We don't give it to him yet, but like occasionally we do, but he gets the Mitoplex every day. So he's the 1.5-year-old.
I've got a few things to unpack here. Why do people in MLMs, when they go live, always say, I don't have much time? Because I thought time freedom was a big draw to get people into the industry. And then they either go on to spend 30 minutes, an hour or more on their live. The second thing is, why would you give an 18-month-old baby ketones? Whether he likes the taste of them or not is immaterial. In my opinion, you should never give anything like that to a baby. What does a baby like that need focus and advanced muscle tone for? And those are just two of the things that we're told by you that it does. And the third thing is, why would you give your child Mitoplex? I just don't get it. I don't understand that. I'm a mother of multiple children, and there is no way on this planet that I would have given them any of these supplements.
Courtney Alexandra Shepherd coming in live every time I say that. Live at my home in my kitchen, North Texas. And what are you laughing at? Why are you laughing? Did you?
You said hi twice.
Oh yeah. Well, that's because I was resetting myself.
I was under the impression that these ketones were there to increase your focus, and yet you seem to make a lot of mistakes. So, in my opinion, it doesn't work very well for you, especially, does it?
And I'm mixing it with lemon Mitoplex because it is really, really good. This is what hydrates you on a cellular level. I also gave this to the 1.5-year-old, mixed it up for Caden too. Mixed them up orange because we have about 57 of those. He's chugging it. I don't know if you can see him if I turn. Ooh-wee. So where are you guys joining in from? Say hello. We got a messy kitchen over here. No, you can't see him. You see the top of his head. You want to join the party? You say hi. Say, oh, hello there. Oh, gosh. Why is this so sticky? There you go. You're such a little see him through the mess?
In my opinion, that is another huge fail. Why would you put your 18-month-old baby on camera on a live video on social media? Your child cannot give you permission to do that because he is not old enough. And in my opinion, that is another big reason why the MLM industry is a fail. And it's because of the way that the people in it do things.
So anyway, this is 24 ounces, and the time that you consume the entire serving of ketones, okay, is really, really important that you do that within 60 minutes. Like 30 to 60. You don't need to chug it. Please don't chug it. It's not a good idea. But if you, I mean, my body's used to it, used to ketones now, so.
You want a real good cleanse.
So I'll drink it super fast sometimes, and it doesn't always do that to me. So it doesn't make me like have to go to the bathroom right away all the time.
You're used to it because you have been drinking it for the last 5 to 6 years, so it doesn't affect your body in that way now. But what about when you first started taking it? How did it affect your body then? And if it did affect your body in that way, then there's a high possibility that it's affecting your child's body in that way. So why would you be giving it to your child?
I clearly my ketones need to kick in, you guys. My brain, I drink this for focus. And I need a lot of it.
Clearly you need to be not doing so many things at the same time, because that would also improve your focus. Let's have a look at video number 3. One thing I can assure you is as we progress through these videos, there are certain things that are going to become a lot more traumatic and disturbing as we go along. So stay tuned until the end.
And then, Kylie, another recommendation for you is that whenever you drink the caffeinated, and I want you to pay attention to your body, okay? But as a breastfeeding mama, I would definitely encourage you to do the caffeinated. This is how I did it, okay? So yes, they are safe through breastfeeding and pregnancy. Just check with your primary care provider.
This is a fail because you are giving advice to a person on the internet that you do not personally know, and you are saying it is safe for her to take ketones when she's breastfeeding. You are not a medical professional. I'll give you your due though. You do say that she should check with her medical professional, but as a lot of people already know, they just take people's advice on the internet without checking those things. So maybe you shouldn't be sharing what you personally did in the first place, knowing that.
But I checked, okay? So for me, it works. And professionally, but mine told me you know your body best. So I was like, empowerment, thank you. So my suggestion for you is that what I did is I would do my morning nursing, and I started taking ketones. I took them consistently from day one. I never stopped during pregnancy, during birth, all the things, I never stopped.
That is another thing, in my opinion, you should not be advocating, is taking ketones all the time you are pregnant. Just because it worked for you doesn't mean it will be the same for anybody else. So please don't listen to what's being said here. Go to a medical professional, a doctor, not a homeopath or a woo-woo doctor, a proper medical doctor, and ask if it is okay for you to drink them. If it's not, then obviously take their advice and don't drink them.
Morning time, I would nurse, so once I would wake up and want ketones.
You are making it sound like you are addicted to ketones. You want them as soon as you wake up. Well, that is another fail, in my opinion.
My husband is officially on year 4 of sobriety, so I'm so proud of him. Oh my gosh, I think it's year 4.
I'm proud of your husband for being on year 4 of sobriety. But what I think is a fail about this is the fact you are telling however many people come across your content, your husband's business. Because I know 100% my husband would go absolutely ballistic if I shared anything like that about him on a video. And rightly so.
The caffeine isn't necessarily going to get through the breast milk, from what I've been told by medical professionals.
The caffeine is not necessarily going to get through into the breast milk, so you have been told. So that doesn't mean it is not going to, does it? Don't get me wrong. People like myself do drink a lot of coffee. And I did when I was pregnant with some of my children. The reason I'm thinking about that is because my children are in their 20s and 30s. So I'm thinking back to points in time. I did used to drink tea, but I got to an age where I didn't like it anymore and I just totally stopped drinking it. So I'm just thinking back to when that was. So there were points in time when I was pregnant where I only drank tea and I never drank coffee. And then there were points in time when I only drank coffee and have never really touched tea since then. I've tried it a couple of times, but because your taste buds change as you get older, but I still don't actually like it. So anyway, the point of that is when you drink caffeine, it can go into your breast milk from the coffee. But these ketones, the amount of caffeine is a lot more than what you would drink in a cup of coffee. That is the point I'm trying to make.
You need to make sure that you're doing is getting 1 pack in your system. Like, just get, because if you could just drink ketones every single day, I promise you'll feel better. Like, if you don't feel like you can function in your day, then you need ketones. Like, I just saw my friend Melissa's story, and she goes, here's your daily reminder that how are you even functioning without ketones? I think is what she said. And if you are functioning without ketones, then you need to tell me what you're doing to function without ketones. And so I love that, because I absolutely agree that I don't see how people function without ketones, because my brain, I would never be able to even grab the thought back. I would have been like, why did I get on alcohol? And I totally would have forgot. And so, yeah, my brain works totally different now. My quality of my sleep is so much higher, which was a huge factor whenever my baby was a newborn and cluster feeding. And I would get like 30 to 45 minutes of sleep at sometimes, because what happens sometimes throughout the night, whenever they're going through cluster feedings, especially, but really when they're newborns and they're trying to figure out the flow and get your milk supply up, and your boobies are just like going like full force at them, or they're trying to like get the milk out right away, you will maybe be feeding them sometimes for like an hour and a half.
The people on this planet have all existed before these ketones came out. So why are you saying that they need them? I don't agree that people need them. There are many other things that you can do that would be far more beneficial for you than spending hundreds of dollars each month on taking ketones. And just because you're breastfeeding, that also doesn't mean you need ketones, because they're going to give you more focus and more energy. Women have been breastfeeding children for hundreds of thousands of years, but they didn't have ketones. So how did they manage? I personally breastfed them all, and I have never taken a ketone in my life. Yes, it's tiring, but it's all part of having a baby, isn't it? Providing you are not a single mother, one thing you can do is express the milk and get your partner or significant other or someone else in your house who's willing to help you to feed the baby so you can sleep.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Courtney Alexandra Shepherd. And also, I have a guest. What's your name? Can you take your thumb?
You told me I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
Because I'm scared of people.
There's no people. You can't see anyone.
I know that, but they see me on the phone when they do it.
It's okay. Can you tell them your name while you're hiding?
Lincoln?
Lincoln what? I told them.
What has what you have just done got to do with joining your multi-level marketing business or selling any products? Can you explain to me why you've got a child on camera when they can't say that's okay? In my opinion, that is not right, morally or any other way. And why on earth are you trying to get him to tell people his name? Don't you think that you could possibly be endangering your child? I mean, I've blurred out his face. You left it exposed. So there are bad people out there. What could they do with images of that child and having his name? No. I just can't. That is just, in my opinion, that is just not right. And all for Pruvit, for your multi-level marketing company. I mean, be honest, would you be recording him like that if you weren't in an MLM? Because my opinion is no, you wouldn't.
Structure that our entire organization has. Can you, buddy, are you staying in here or no? Okay. If you want to come back in, just let me know, okay? I love you.
Okay, but I'm going upstairs.
Okay, I'll be there in just a little bit, okay?
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
It's good that when he left the room, you hid him with the blanket because he wasn't wearing a lot. But what's not good is you just said to him, I'll be there in a little while. Well, even for an adult, a little while can be as small an amount as 5 to 10 minutes. A little while to a child is significantly less. And if I remember rightly, this total video is over 1 hour long. So you're promising your child you'll be there in a little while? I don't call over an hour a little while.
Getting to take Madeline to the event over the weekend was and is something that has always been a huge goal of mine. I just couldn't wait for her to get to the point where she could handle the events because they're really long days. I know that that's like something that we are continuing to discuss in the future, but there are just long days, and she doesn't necessarily, it's not she doesn't know what to expect going into it, and so she handled it beautifully. We grew together, and it just reminded me watching her experience the event, me experiencing the event through her eyes and watching her. She didn't do and participate in every single part of it because she's 7 and it's really intense. It can be really intense at times.
You took your 7-year-old daughter to a Pruvit event. I know that you should be spending time with your daughter, but not taking her to an event. That is not the kind of quality time that you should be spending with her. And obviously this is a fail because you took her to the event. And in my opinion, those events are extremely culty. You can be on the go for 16 hours or more a day, depending on what rank you are. And I'm not going to put this video on here, but in another video of yours that I watched, you said at that event that you slept for 7 hours in 3 days. Well, sleep deprivation is a very real thing, and it is not something that you should really be going through with a 7-year-old when you actually don't have to.
Yes, it is. You're supposed to be selfish. And how dare you as a parent teach your child that you should be only giving to everyone else, because when they grow up, they may not know it yet. Yes, all they want is your time. All they know is that, Mommy, please spend time with me. I mean, he's been in here begging for it. Mommy, I'm in here because I don't want you to be alone. Mommy, please spend time with me. But if he does, and there has to be harmony inside of it, like I absolutely am tomorrow, I'm going to make sure that I spend some time with that boy. I don't have as many calls tomorrow. I know, it'll be great.
It breaks my heart to hear you saying that your baby is saying, please spend time with me. And the reason it is so prevalent for him is because you do actually work at home. It would be far easier for him if you didn't. Yes, he would want to spend time with you when you came back from work, but you would actually have the time to give to him. Whereas with what you're doing now, you don't have the time to give to him. And yet people in MLMs keep telling us about the massive amounts of time freedom. But you're just proving that's a lie.
And so I get it. But how dare you, as a parent, allow yourself to do everything for your child and just be their hand and foot and never tell them no? How dare you do that? That's selfish in the wrong ways.
As a mother, you should be there for your child hand and foot, especially when they're 18 months old. But you should always tell them no. If they're doing something wrong, then they need to learn that they're doing something wrong. So you should be telling them they're doing something wrong. As kids get older, you still have to tell them no, but you don't have to be there so much to be on hand and foot. They do need to learn that they have responsibilities in the world as well.
And we have some health stuff for Joshua to share with you guys too about and it's just about testosterone levels and stuff like that, but that's not what this is about. But it's really important to put your health first, because without him putting his health first, I'm like, babe, we've been talking about it for so long, for years, of hey, he gets going and then he gets knocked back down and he has all of these symptoms of low testosterone, and for the longest time he couldn't get help, and it's literally based off of emasculizing whatever, I said it last night, emasculating men.
You said at the beginning of this video that you had just come back from an event, and that is quite obvious to see because you are totally, utterly exhausted. You look absolutely shattered. Would I be making a live video in that circumstance? No. I'd either be doing one of two things: spending time with my family or getting some sleep. And here you are again talking about your husband's medical issue. People on your lives don't need to know this. And as I said earlier, if I shared any kind of information about my husband's medical issues, wow, I could quite imagine us getting divorced, to be fair. And I wouldn't blame him either, because it's not my place to share that kind of information on a video. It's disgusting.
Joshua's mom, he's only ever had one. His biological father never remarried or anything like that. He had dated other women throughout, so Joshua had other women in his life, but Joshua never actually had like a stepmom per se. So his mom is no longer in our lives. But when, I don't know how to say that because there's like a lot to unpack, because I know I'm sharing that she's no longer in our lives. But Joshua and I had many conversations because she would really insert herself in our life like a lot. And when we moved to Washington State, even before that, like she just did everything for us. She was like, throwing money at us when we couldn't afford it. Like when I tell you guys we had to borrow money every single month, we never asked to borrow money. She threw money at us because we literally couldn't afford it. And she would have conversations with Joshua and find out that we didn't have any money. So then she made sure we had money.
Have you got your husband's mum's permission to be sharing that information? I doubt very much that you have. You're saying that she's not in your lives, and that is not something I think you should be sharing either. And you're castigating her for helping you? Really? So you didn't have any money and she gave you money and that was wrong? What I think would have been more wrong is if she didn't do that and she left you to get on with it with no money. That would definitely be wrong. If she's in a position to help you and she chooses to do that, then that is not wrong. That is right. I just don't get it, why you don't understand that.
Why?
Because it's just the way the world works. I don't know why, buddy. I don't know why people are weird like that, but they just are, okay?
Oh, look, bless him. He's come back in to be with his mummy because he misses her. And the only way he can spend time with her is to sit in the chair behind her while she's making a live video. That is just so sad. This is the last video that we're going to react to, and trigger warning, it is very shocking.
You ready? Hold my hand, I got you. I don't want you to do it scared. I want you to do it with confidence. 1, 2, 3, yes! Here comes your oh no, oh no, oh no. Stop it, stop it, stop it! No, that's fine. It didn't hit her. I don't care about it. It didn't hit her. It's fine. Thank you.
What can I say about that? Quite a bit, really. Why are you putting your child on an escalator on her own when she has said that she's scared? Why are you sending a suitcase down on its own? Obviously, the escalator is moving, so it would make sense to most people, I would have thought, that the suitcase is going to fall over and tumble down. Why are you telling your daughter to stop it? Luckily, she has the sense not to and gets out of the way before it knocks her over, because that suitcase tumbling down at that speed would definitely knock her over, and something catastrophic could have happened to her. Why are you recording it and not helping your child? There's just so many whys to this, isn't there? And at the end of the day, if you weren't in a multi-level marketing company, you wouldn't be doing any of those things, would you? So in my opinion, that is a huge fail. Well, that was the last clip that we are reacting to. We've finally come to the end of the video. Thank you very much for staying to the end. I do appreciate your support. If you've got anything to say about any of the clips in this video, then please leave them down below in the comment. Give the video a like. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.